We are standing here today with
Brooke Jewel.
Brooke. Can you tell me a little bit about your first inspiration in creating and how it turned out?
My first inspiration. Well, I don't know. I think the first time I went to paint on canvas was a bee on a flower. And it was because my son drew my attention to it and told me that he was fascinated by bees. And we went into a whole research on bees after that. And I did a whole series of paintings on bees and learned a lot about them because I garden as well. So, yeah.
Sweet. We'd love to hear that. So, what's a little bit about your personal background, your schooling, how it helped or, maybe didn't help your journey to get here?
Yeah, I am actually a college dropout. I self-taught entirely. I am actually tend to lean towards the side of thinking that fine art degrees tend to not be worth their weight in gold. So, from my experience, they tend to seem to seal people's creativity in many ways. Now they give you great access, but for me, I came to this later in life. So my first career was in sales and fashion. And I came to painting just as a personal therapy to work through my own darknesses. And then it just morphed into that because I think other people were able to see that we all have dark places, and we need to find places that we can release that and grow through them rather than stay stuck,
Oh, yeah. That's amazing. I love it. It's beautiful. And where can we find you at?
You can find me on Instagram or Facebook at bjewel studios or on my website at bjewelstudio.com.
And we are standing here with
Andrew Muckler.
All right, Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about your art and what's inspiring you to keep it going?
Yeah, my art is, I guess I would say, spiritual, metaphysical, but my own personal spirituality. And what keeps it going is that it's my therapy. You know what I mean? Like, I do my art really just to soothe myself, and then it ends up soothing other people.
Nice. Can you tell me a little bit about your background, like, schooling, your stuff and your hobbies, like what inspires you to keep it all together to make these pieces?
Yeah, so I actually taught myself, and I started art 10 years ago. And so it started from one bad painting to the next, and then I just kept getting better and better, doing it every day until I learned all the different techniques, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm definitely self-taught, and I think that's a big part of my art.
For sure, bro, for sure. There's a lot of people out there that, they've gone through school and they've done everything else, but they can't speak to it, which we love to hear, self-taught, and, you're trying to get stuff out there. We love that. What do you hope that people feel and take away from the connection with your work, ultimately to take home with them?
I just want people to come in and see the art as like a mirror. So they have deep meanings for me, but I don't like really telling people the meanings. I'd rather have them kind of understand themselves through my art. And so, yeah, if they come in and just kind of see it as a mirror, and whatever they're supposed to get from it, they get from it. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to get from it.
Great stuff, man. Great stuff. Where can we find you at?
On Instagram at spiritart1111, spiritart1111.
Great talking with you, bro. Keep up the great work. It's inspirational.
Thank you.
We are standing here with
Jordan Mansour.
Jordan. What was the first thing to inspire you to start creating what you're creating in this booth today?
It really is a love of the outdoors, a love of biking, and a love of city skylines. I've been obsessed with all of those things since I was a kid, and it finally came out of me in this form sometime in my 30s and early 40s.
Yeah, amazing. And what made you choose the medium that you basically have here today?
I think, well, I was drawing and painting before I got into woodwork, but I think what drew me to woodwork is the 3D aspect of it, the hands-on, the tactile nature of it, and also I think there was a hidden element. My grandfather was a carpenter for NASA, and I think it kind of just was back there in my psyche somewhere, and it came out of me in this way, surprisingly. I didn't have any plans. It kind of just, during the pandemic, came out this way.
Awesome, dude. That's a great story, honestly. All right. Can you tell us a little bit about your personal life as far as like biking and inspiration to basically further your creations?
Yeah, so I am an avid biker. I live in Maryland, actually, where there's a lot of, where I live in Columbia, Maryland, there's a lot of paved trails. So like through the woods, through the neighborhoods, dozens of miles. So I have kind of road bike tires on my bike so that I don't have to be on the road. So I don't have to worry about getting hit by cars. So I go out, usually, when most people are at work, because I'm a self-employed artist, right? So I can go anytime. And so I'll go out when people are at work or in school, and then I get free reign of the trails, and I draw a lot of inspiration from those rides. And then also I'll just say, I have a lot of cities and things. Part of my process is I go to those cities and I ride my bike around the cities for a couple of days, or I'll rent a bike while I'm there if it's too far to bring my bike. I gather all my photos and I come back with my inspiration and I draw my designs by hand, and then I make the woodwork from my drawings. So it's a whole adventure and a process.
Nice, very, very nice. That's a great inspiration. I need to take some of that. That's amazing, seriously. All right. And what do you hope people will feel or take away from your artwork when they see it?
That's a great question. Joy, a lot of joy, inspiration, and essentially laughter, smiles, all of those beautiful feelings that you get when you see something that that lights you up, right? That excites you. So I want that happiness, that joy to come out, regardless if they ever make a purchase or not. I'm trying to raise that vibration collectively so more people feel that joy.
That's amazing energy right there. We love that. All right. And last but not least, where can we find you at?
So I'm at simpleminddesign.com is where you can find my art, and on Instagram at simpleminddZM.
All right. This is amazing. Thank you, Jordan, for your time. All right. We are standing here with
Jessie Cloud.
Jessie. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your art?
Sure. I have always made art, but I started to do it professionally about 2 years ago, and it's a joy. It doesn't matter how how hard of a day I've had when I get in my studio and I put out those colors and stuff. It's all joy. Like, it just puts me into that same frame of mind, and I love when people say they can kind of feel that. So my inspiration is obviously nature, but as joyful as it makes me feel to be in nature, I want to get that into my art, and I want to make people feel joyful when they're looking at it.
It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. What made you choose your medium that you use?
Oh my goodness, I thought I wanted to do oil painting so badly, but then I started to play with everything, and I took the handcuffs off of myself and started to just mix it all together. So all the ones on canvas are mixed media with oil on top. And so the oil kind of still gives you that depth, that push and pull, but I'm able to kind of put spray paint and like oil pastels and acrylics and just, yeah, it's so much fun.
What's your favorite story about one of your pieces?
Oh, that's a good question. So I create in collections, and generally the collection goes towards a local organization that is a helping organization. So most of the pieces in here are going to, 30% of the proceeds will go to, House of Hope. And that is to help the people who have already started to fall through the cracks. So that inspires like the names and the symbolism that I put in. So I'm looking at this one, it's called Sanctuary, which somewhere you go that you feel safe. Like how many people are unhoused and don't feel safe, you know? And I want them to have that kind of hope that things can get better, that they will have a sanctuary. And so all the names, Tiny Triumph, like celebrate every little win, you know? So I just want people to have that kind of hope.
Very inspirational. I love it. Seriously. Where can we find you at?
I am online. I'm on Instagram as well. So Jessie Cloud Art. Yep. And you can find me everywhere on there. Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Heck yeah. All right, we are standing here with...
Hi, I'm Megan Walker.
Megan, can you tell us a little bit about what inspires you about all of your artwork here in your booth today?
Sure. So I like to escape to nature because I find it very calming. So that's kind of what I like in my work, is that everything's very peaceful. Find a lot of calm in nature for myself, and so I think it kind of comes through with my work.
And can you tell me a little bit about your background as far as like education, how all this got started?
Yeah, so my mom gave me her film camera in middle school, and then I took a couple of darkroom classes in high school. And then for college, I went to UNC Asheville and I did photography as a major. Everything was black and white photography at the time. It was just at the switch over to digital. So all of my senior portfolio was all darkroom photography. And then after college, I pretty much had to teach myself how to do all of the digital editing, because that was not taught. It was just at that switchover. So this part has been a whole new ball game. Kind of was joking that I got my master's degree online with YouTube videos and everything. So yeah.
And final question: what do you hope that the audience and the vendors and everybody else around you that will purchase your art, what do you hope they see and take away from it?
I hope it brings them some calm and peace, but also a sense to go outside and go enjoy nature, go visit our national parks, go visit our state parks, just go and explore and enjoy the beauty that nature has.
Amazing. And where can we find you at?
Sure. So I'm online on Instagram at MW Walker Photo. And I'm also on my website at mwalkerphotography.com.
Amazing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We are standing here today with
Dante Campadoni, Torches Art.
And can you tell us a little bit about yourself, starting with what was your first creation and how did you turn into what you got now?
Oh man, my first creation. I guess whenever I wanted to be more professional and everything, it was in 2018. I dropped out of school. I was in business school and I started painting, and then kind of made the connection of becoming an artist and running a business at the same time, which essentially is what being an artist is, and fell in love with the process of that and the process of business.
Awesome. We love to hear it. All right, can you tell me a little bit about your background, whether it's like personal, educational, or professional, that basically shapes your art into what it is today?
Yeah, so I'm a self-taught artist. I've been an artist for 7 years. My main medium is acrylics. I get most of my inspiration from my family's background and heritage. We're Puerto Rican.
Right. Same.
I know, it's great. So I use the background of that, theology and philosophy, which are big inspirations to my life. Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's awesome, man. We love that. Seriously. A lot of inspiration. Like I said, I'm creative myself, so yeah. I know where it flows at. All right. And last question is, what do you hope people feel or take away from your artwork, and how do they connect with it?
So most of my artwork, I try to create an open dialogue with people. I think that is something that is so important, especially nowadays. A lot of people are afraid to just speak how they feel, and that kind of makes us stuck in our own thoughts and ideas. You know,
Yeah.
we get tunnel vision in our thoughts, and that is something that's not good. We need people to come together to push each other. You know, iron sharpens iron. You know, that's the whole idea behind my art. And yeah, just looking at things in different perspectives.
And where can they find you at online?
You can find me at torchesart.com. That's TOURCHEZ art.com. You can look me up on YouTube, Instagram. It's all Torches. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you.